my YouTube channel, and hopefully you're going to get some good knowledge about what to do in these word problems, okay? Because we're struggling in these word problems, and I need you to start reading and making sure we get a good understanding of what these problems are asking you, okay? So in a few weeks, we're going to take our benchmark. So let's do some practice word problems so that way we're ready and we know what strategies to do on the test, and we're going to slow down and see where we can find our mistakes, okay? So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, on this first one, okay, so let's read it. Miss Gonzalez packs 45 boxes with limes. Each box holds 100 limes. How many limes can Miss Gonzalez pack into these boxes? Okay, so first things first, let me go ahead and just change over to all my pins so that way they're in the correct setting. Good, 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 good. Okay. So first things I want to do is I want to do my cubes, okay? So I have 45 boxes with limes. Each box holds 100 limes. I'm going to underline the question, how many limes can Miss Gonzalez pack into these boxes, okay? So I'm going to do my G times my E equals my T, okay? Do I know how many boxes there are? Yes. How many groups I have is 45. Do I know how many in each box? Yes, I do. I know there's 100. Do I know the total? No, I don't. And is that what the question is asking me? How many limes can Miss Gonzalez pack into these boxes? Yes. Okay. How many limes can Miss Gonzalez pack into these boxes? That's my total, okay? So since I have my G and my E, I'm going to multiply. Okay. So if you remember anything from multiplying times 10 times 100 times 1,000, all I have to do is just multiply my number times a 1. 45 times 1 is 45. And then how many zeros do I add? 2. So my answer is 4,500. And that is answer J. Okay? See how I did my GET and I circled and underlined my question? These are the kind of strategies I want you to use. Okay, a number sentence is shown below. Diamond times 10 will equal a circle. Which table shows the number that makes the number sentence true, okay? So this is important, and the underlying question, which table shows the number that makes the number sentence true, okay? We're looking at all of these. It looks like all of my diamonds are all the same. 45, 66, 99, and 150. And all of my circles are different. Okay, so let's see. I know that my numbers are gonna be 45, 66, 99, and 150 times 10 will equal my circle. My circle is what we need to find out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this on the side. 44 times 10. Okay, remember 44 times 1 is 44. How many zeros am I gonna add? Just 1. Okay, so my answer is 440. Okay, I see 1, but I'm gonna do another one just in case. 66 times 10. Okay, multiply 66 times 1. How many zeros do I add? Okay, I see another one that has this answer, but I'm going to just do one more just in case. 99 times 10. Okay, 99 times 1. How many zeros do I add? Just 1. Okay, so this is going to be my circles, and these are my diamonds. Okay, so I have to find a box that has all of these answers. Okay, 54, 76, 109, those are my answers. It's not this one. 4,400, no. 6,600, no. So that's not my answer. 404, No. 606? No. 909? No, that's not my answer. 440? Yes. 660? Yes. 990? Yes. B is my answer. Okay? See how I checked multiple instead of just doing one? I need you to do that, okay? Let's look at this one. Which model represents 14 times 14 equals 196? Okay? So, which model represents 14 times 14 equals 196? So we have to look at each model. Okay? So look at the first one. 10 and a 4. Well, I know that's 14 times and just a 4. That's not going to give me 196. Okay? Let's look at G. 7 times 2. That's not going to give me 196. 14 times 1. That's not going to give me 196. Okay, let's look at this. 14 times 14. Yes, that's going to give me 196. So my answer is H. There are 27 teams in a hockey league. There are 16 players on each team. How many players are in the hockey league, sorry. Okay? There are 27 teams, 16 players in each one. Okay? How many players are in the hockey league? See how I use my strategies there? Okay? So I'm going to do my G times my E equal my T. Do I know how many groups there are? 27. Do I know how many in each team? Yes, 16. Do I know the total? No. And is that what my question is asking me? Yes, it is. Okay. So if I have my G and my E, what am I going to do? I'm going to multiply 27 times 16. Okay. Now remember, when I multiply, I'm multiplying like this. 6 times 7 and then 6 times 2. Okay. So if I'm multiplying in this way, 6 times 7 is going to be 42. And then 6 times 2 is going to be 12 plus 4, 16. Okay, and then I always add a 0 as my placeholder. Then, then I multiply 1 times 7 and 1 times 2. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 2 is 2. The last thing I'm going to do is add them up. 2 plus 0, 6 plus 7, 13. 1 plus 2, 3 plus 1, 4. My answer is 432, which is right over here. See how everything was nice and neat? See how I use my strategies? I need you to start doing that, okay? A basketball team plays 82 games each year. How many games will the team play in 25 years? Okay, 82 games a year in 25 years. How many games will the team play in 25 years? Okay, G times my E equal my T. Do I know my groups? Yes, 25 years. Do I know in each year? Yes, 82. Do I know my total? No, that's what I'm looking for. If I have my G and my E, then that means I'm going to be multiplying. 82 times 25. Remember, when I multiply like this, I'm going to be multiplying 5 times 2. Then 5 times 8, okay? 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 8 is 40 plus 1, 41. Then the next thing I do is add a 0 as my placeholder, okay? Then the next thing I do is 2 times 2 and 2 times 8. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 8 is 16. Okay. Then I add everything up. Do you see how everything is lined up? Okay, that's how yours should be. 0 plus 0 is 0. 4 plus 1 is 5. 6 plus 4 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. My answer is 2050. And that is answer choice D. The coaches at Xavier Elementary School bought cases of sports drinks for a field day. They bought 76 cases of drinks. Each case contains 24 drinks. Other drinks were given out to students. Each student received 3 sports drinks. How many students received sports drinks? Okay, so let's look at this. There are 76 cases of drinks. Each case has 24 drinks. Do I know the total of drinks? No, I do not. Each student receives 3 sports drinks. Do I know how many students there are? No, I do not. Number of students. That's missing. Okay, let's read the question. How many students receive sports drinks? Oh, so that's what I actually asked right here. How many students? What is the number of students? I actually don't know. So, let's see. First off, what do we need to do? Well, like I said up here, do I know the total of drinks? No. So let's go ahead and find that. Okay. So G times my E equal T. Do I know my groups? Yes, 76 cases. Do I know my each? Yes, 24 in each case. Do I know total? That's what I'm looking for, and that's what I want to know. Okay. 76 times 24. Okay. Remember, same thing as what we've been doing. I'm going to be multiplying 4 times 6, then 7 times 4. And then 6 times 4 is 24. And 7 times 4 is 28 plus 2, which makes it 30. Remember, I always add a place 0 as my holder. Okay. Now that that's done, oh, okay, and it's 6. Okay. Now that's done. Remember, I do my 2 times my 6 and 2 times 7. Okay. 2 times 6 is 12. Add a 1 right there. 7 times 2 is 14 plus 1, which is 15. Then I'm going to add these numbers up. Again, do you see how everything is lined up? Nothing is by itself. 4 plus 0, 4. 0 plus 2, 2. 5 plus 3, 8. 1. Okay. So what does this mean? This is the total drinks. Oh wait, I see my answer right there. This is the total drinks, and I see an answer choice right there. But what is the question asking us to do? How many students receive sports drinks? Is it asking us for the drinks or students? students, not drinks, okay? So this is just the beginning, okay? Again, let me do my G times my E equal my T. Do I know my... Oh, wait, sorry. Okay, so we know that this is my total drinks, okay? If we know that the 4 is my total of sports drinks, but the question is asking how many students receive sports drinks, okay? Well, I also know, okay, it says that each student receives 3 sports drinks. So if each sports drink, sorry, if each student is receiving 3 sports drinks, and my total number of sports drinks are 1,824, that means I'm going to divide because I need to know how many students there are in total, okay? All right, so let's see. So I have 1,824 divided by 3. Well, I'm going to do my does, oops, does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? Okay, how many times can 3 go into 1? If I have 3 friends and $1, is everybody gonna get at least $1? No. Okay. Remember, 3 friends and I only have $1. That's not gonna be even. So I'm not gonna do just 1. Okay. Now the next number I have is this. Okay. So what's my number? 18. Okay, 18. How many times can 3 go into 18? At least 6 times. Okay, I divided. Good. Now I'm going to multiply. 3 times 6 is what? 18. Okay, good. Now subtract. 18 minus 18, 0. Good. Is my difference smaller than my divisor? Yes, it is. So therefore I did everything correct. Oops. Okay, now time to bring it down. Okay, and then I go back all the way up again. How many times can 3 go into 2? 0 times. Okay, I divide in. Now I multiply. 3 times 0 is 0. Now I subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2. Now I check. Is my difference smaller than my divisor? Yes, it is. Now I bring it down again. 24. Now I do this all over again. How many times can 3 go into 24? At least 8 times. Multiply. 3 times 8 is what? 24. Now I subtract. 24 minus 24, 0. I check. Is my difference smaller than my divisor? Yes, it is. Check. And do I need to bring anything down? No. So therefore, I am finished. Therefore, my answer is there are 608 students. Therefore, my answer is J and not H. Okay, see how I did all my strategies and I did my thinking. Okay, I had to think about this problem. This was 2 steps and I had to think on my own. Okay, next one. Valerie had a jug that contains 128 fluid ounces of salsa to put into bowls at a restaurant. She filled each bowl with 6 fluid ounces of salsa until there was not enough salsa left in the jug to completely fill another bowl. How many fluid ounces of salsa were left in the jug? Okay, so let's see. So what do I know? I know there's 128 fluid ounces of salsa to put into bowls. She's gonna fill each bowl with 6 fluid ounces of salsa until there's not enough of salsa left in the jug to completely fill another bowl. My question is, how many fluid ounces of salsa were left in the jug? Okay, how many were left in the jug? Is that asking how many bowls were there? No. How much was left in the jug? That's what it's asking you to do. All right, I'm going to do my G times my E equal T. Do I know how many groups there are? Do I know how many bowls there are? No. Do I know how many in each bowl? Yes, 6. Do I know my total of salsa in the jug? Yes, 128. Okay. So if I know my E and my T, then that means I'm going to be dividing. Okay. So if I have 128 divided by 6, I'm going to do, does McDonald's sell cheese burgers? Okay. Can 6 go into 1? If I have 6 people and $1, is everybody going to get $1? No. 6 cannot go into 1. Okay. But so look what I'm doing. My next number is 2. So my whole number is now what? 12. Oops. Okay. How many times can 6 go into 12? At least 2 times. Okay, I divided. Now I'm multiplying. 6 times 2 is what? 12. Now we subtract. 12 minus 12 is 0. Check, is my difference smaller than my divisor? Yes, it is. Now I need to bring it down. 8. Okay, my new number is 8 now. How many times can 6 go into 8? Okay, start all over at least once. Okay, I divided, now I'm multiplying. 6 times 1 is 6. Now I subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2. Check, is my difference smaller than my divisor? Yes. Do I need to bring anything down? I am finished. So therefore my 2 is turned into a remainder. Okay, let's look at the problem. How many fluid ounces of salsa were left in the jug? So what's left over? I have 21 with a remainder of 2. So are we going to ignore the remainder, focus on the remainder, or trash it? I know I'm going to have 21 bowls, but what's going to be left over? At least 2 fluid ounces. I'm going to focus on the remainder, so therefore my answer is J. Because I'm not worried about the bowls. I'm worrying about what's left inside the jug, what can't make another bowl. Eric has 158 action figures to put in display cases. Each display case can hold 8 action figures. How many cases does Eric need to hold all his action figures? Okay, so let's see, what do we know? We know we have 158 action figures, okay, to put in display cases. Each display case, each display case can hold at least 8 action figures. Okay, my question is, how many cases does Eric need to hold all his action figures? All. Okay, that's very important. All his action figures. Right. G times E equal T. Do I know my groups? Do you know how many display cases there are? No, that's what I'm probably looking for. Do you know how many in each display case? Yes, at least 8. Do you know how many action figures in total? Yes, 158. So if I have my E and my T but not my G, that means I'm going to what? Divide. Okay. 158 divided by 8. Does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. How many times can 8 go into 1? None. if I have 8 friends and $1, nobody's gonna get $1. Okay, I can't divide that evenly. So I tried 1, so now my new number is what? 15. Okay, some people like to think it's just 5 or it's just 8. No, 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 no. Look at what I'm doing, okay? My number was 1. Now it's with 5, okay? I put these two numbers together. Never do things separately. Okay? How many times can 8 go into 15? At least once. Oops. At least once. I divided. Now I'm multiplying. 8 times 1 is 8. Now I subtract. 15 minus 8 is 7. Check, is my difference smaller than my divisor? Yes, it is. Okay, next thing I do is bring it down. My new number is what? 58. Okay, it's not 8. It's not 7. 58. Now I start all over again. How many times can 8 go into 78? At least 9 times. Now I multiply. 8 times 9, 72. I subtract. 78 minus 72 is 6. I check, is my difference smaller than my divisor? Yes, it is. Do I need to bring anything down? Nope. So therefore this turns into a remainder. So my answer is 19 with a remainder of 6. What is it asking us to do? How many cases does Eric need to hold all his action figures? All of them, not some of them, all of them. So if I'm going to have 6 action figures left over and 19 are going to fill completely 8, how many display cases do I need? I need at least 20 for that 6 left over. I'm not going to throw those away. I'm not going to throw those action figures away. I have to have another action figure case so that way the other 6 have a place to go to. Okay. All right, let's look at another one. A teacher puts 378 marbles in 9 containers. He puts the same number of marbles in each container. Okay. I'm sorry, this one's kind of wonky on how it was. So this is one problem, then this is another. Okay. So let's look at just this. A teacher puts 378 marbles into 9 containers. He puts the same number of marbles into each container. How many marbles did the teacher put into each container? What do I know? I know that there's 378 marbles in 9 containers. Okay. My question is, how many marbles did the teacher put into each container? Okay. If I do my G times my E equal T, I know their total is 378, and I know there are groups of 9, but I don't know my E, and they want to find out the E, okay? So if I have my G and my T, then that means I'm going to be doing what? Dividing. Does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? Okay. You know what? I'm going to do this off to the other side so that we just have more space. Okay. Okay, let's see. How many times can 3 go into... How many times can 9 go into 3? None. Because if I have 9 friends and $3, not everybody's going to get $1. I have to have at least $9 for everybody to get at least $1. Okay, I did 3. Now I go on to the next number and I do it together. Okay. How many times can 3 go into 37? At least 4 times. I divided. 9 times 4. Now we're multiplying. 9 times 4 is what? 36. Okay. Oh, sorry, this was messed up. How many does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? There we go. Now I subtract. 37 minus 36 at least is 1. Check, is my difference smaller than my divisor? Yes, it is. I bring the number next down. 18. Now I start all over again. How many times can 9 go into 18? At least 2 times. Divide. Now I multiply. 9 times 2 is 18. Now I subtract. 18 minus 18 is 0. Now I check, is my difference smaller than my divisor? Yes, it is. Do I need to bring anything down? Nope. So my answer is 42. Is that, let's see, how many marbles would the teacher put into each container? At least 42 marbles. Okay. And you can easily check by multiplying 42 times 9. Okay. This should give you your dividend. Go ahead and do that and check me if I'm correct. Next one. Mr. Evans would deliver a total of 168 cases of soda to 7 different grocery stores today. He would deliver the same number of cases to each store. How many cases of soda will Mr. Evans deliver to each store? Okay, so let's look at this one. So we know that there are 1,000, oh, sorry, Mr. Evans delivered 168 cases of soda to 7 different stores. Okay, how many cases of soda will Mr. Evans deliver to each store? G times my E equal T. Do I know my total? Yes, which is 168. Do I know my groups? Yes, at least 7. Do I know my E? Well, that is what they're looking for because it says right there each. Okay, so if I have my G, my T, that means I'm going to be doing what? Dividing. Okay, so I have 168 divided by 7. Okay, does McDonald's sell, cheeseburgers? Okay, how many times can 7 go into 1? None. Okay, but my new number is 1. Now it's with 6. Together it's 16. 16. Never skip over numbers. How many times can 7 go into 16? At least 2 times. I divide it. Now I multiply. 7 times 2 is 14. Now I subtract. 16 minus 14 is 2. Now I check, is my difference smaller than my divisor? Is 2 smaller than 7? Yes, it is. So therefore, I did get correct. Now all I have to do is bring it down. So my new numbers is 28. I start all over again, okay? How many times can 7 go into 28? At least 4 times. Now I multiply. 7 times 4 is 28. Subtract. 28 minus 28 is 0. Check, is my difference smaller than my divisor? Yes, it is. I don't need to do anything else, so therefore my answer is 24. Mr. Evans will deliver a total of 168 cases of soda to 7 different grocery stores. Today he will deliver the same number of cases to each store. How many cases of soda will Mr. Evans deliver to each store? At least, what do we say? 24. And you can check by multiplying 24 times 7, and that should give me my dividend. Go ahead and do that and see if we got the answer correctly, okay? Okay. Next one is, there are 1,092 people who work in the office building. The building has 4 floors and the same number of people work on each floor. How many people are working on each floor? Okay, what do I know? There are 1,092 people in the office building. The building has 4 floors and the same number of people work on each floor. My question is, how many people work on each floor? Okay, if I do my G times my E equal T, then do I know my total? Yes, which is 192 Do I know my each? No. Do I know my groups? Yes, 4 floors. So if I know my G, my T, what do I need to do? I need to divide. Okay. If I do does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? Okay. How many times can 4 go into 1? None. How many times can 4 go into my new number, which is 1 plus 0? Together it's 10. So how many times can 4 go into 10? At least 2 times, which is 2. Now I multiply. 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, I'm subtracting. 10 minus 8 is 2. Check, is my difference smaller than my divisor? Yes, it is. Now I bring it down. My new number is what? 28. So if I gotta do this all over again, okay? So now I'm gonna divide. How many times can 4 go into 28? At least 7. Good, now I'm multiplying. 4 times 7 is 28. Subtract. 29 minus 28 is 1. Check, is my difference smaller than my divisor? Yes, it is. Now I bring it down. My new number is 12. Okay, then I start all over again. How many times can 4 go into 12? At least 3 times. Now I multiply. 4 times 3 is 12. I subtract. Now I'm, which is 0. Now I check. Is my difference smaller than my divisor? Yes, it is. So therefore, my answer is 273. And is that an answer choice? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. Last one. I'm just going to do a few more, and that way we can do the checking. Okay. Fran bought 4 shirts that were $13 each. She also bought a pair of socks for $4.29. What is the total amount Fran paid for the shirts and socks? Okay. So let's see. What do we know? Do you see how I'm always doing my strategies? 4 shirts that each cost $13, and then a pair of socks that cost $4.29. My problem is, what is the total amount Fran paid for the shirts and socks? Okay. Am I just gonna add 13 and 4 and 29? No, this is incorrect. The reason why I'm not gonna do 13 plus 4 and 29 is because she bought 4 shirts that were each 13. So I can either do 13 plus 13 plus 13, or I can multiply 13 times 4. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So she paid for 52 for shirts. Okay, now I can add it with the pair of socks. 52. And remember, okay, let's see, $4.29. Okay, sorry. Now remember, even though my 52 is a whole number, I still add my decimal at the end because that's a whole number, okay? Now I add up everything. Do you see how everything is lined up? Oops. Do you see how everything is lined up? Everything has its own place value. 0 plus 9, 9. 0 plus 2, 2. Add my decimal. 2 plus 4, 6. 5 plus nothing, 5. Is that my answer choice? Yes, it is, which is G. Okay. All right. So with this one, George swam a total of 173. Okay. What strategy are you going to use? You're going to use G times E equal T. Okay. Do we know how many groups there are? There are 3 days. Yes. Do we know my each? Nope. Do we know my T? Yes, 173. Okay? You do that one by yourself. This one, Darian drank 3 glasses of water every day for 6 days. Each glass contains 12 fluid ounces of water. Which equation represents W, the total amount of water and fluid ounces that Darian drank during these 6 days, okay? So this is a thinking one. You're not trying to solve it, you're trying to think about it, okay? I want you to go ahead and try your best on this one. Okay, here we have a strip diagram. A business earned $96 for one job and $78 for a second job. The money was divided equally among the 3 partners who owned the business. Which strip diagram represents M, the amount of money each partner received, okay? So before we even do anything, let's not focus on none of this stuff. Okay? Let's not focus on that. Let's do what we know. Okay? So remember, oops. So whenever we're dealing with this, we have our own, okay? And then we cut this in half. Remember the top portion is our total, and then is our parts. The bottom is the parts, okay? What do we know that we have the total? A business earned $96 for one job and $78 for a second job. Yes, we do. Okay. They earned 78 and 96. The money was divided equally among the 3 partners who owned the business. Okay. How many partners do we have? At least 3. And the 3 partners will be represented by M. Okay. All right. So if this is what we got, let's see what we can see. Okay. Let's look at J. They only have one business partner. That is incorrect. H. They're not going to add the total of the 78. That's missing. That's missing. So H is wrong. M. They have 78 3 times and 96 3 times. They do that? No, that's wrong. Let's look at F. 3 business partner, 78 and 78. Yes. This one is just flipped over, but it is still correct. Okay. Let's look at the next one. Okay. This one you can do on your own. I want you to try on this one. Okay. The table shows the number of cartons of milk the school cafeteria sold each day last week. Okay, and here's our table. Which of these is the best estimate of numbers of cartons of milk the cafeteria sold last week? Okay, estimation. Remember, let's estimate this first. 352, that's closer to 400. 406, closer to 400. 449, that is closer to 400, even though it's close to 500, but we're just one off. 373, closer to 400, and 402, closer to 400. Okay, that's how we estimate. Go ahead and finish the problem. Okay, next, Harley and Wendy painted an entire wall together. Harley painted 3/7 of the wall, and Wendy painted the rest. Which statement is true? All right, let's see. My strategies, Harley painted 3/7 of the wall, and Wendy painted the rest of the wall. Okay, together they painted the entire wall together. If I know which statement is true? If I know my denominator is 7, and if an entire wall is filled, then that means my whole fraction will be 7/7, okay? Because I know 7 out of 7 is a whole number, then that means it's complete. Then that means the whole entire wall is complete, okay? So if I know that Harley painted 3/7, what's left over would be what Wendy did. Okay, so 7 out of 7 minus 3/7 is what? Remember, when we're adding or subtracting fractions, you add or subtract your numerator and your denominator stays the same. 7 minus 3 is 4. 7 minus 7, remember my denominator stays the same. So that means this is what Wendy did. Okay? You figure out what is your statement. Okay? Next one. On Monday, Pete and Ted completed a total of 7/10 of their project together. Okay? Pete completed 3/10 of the project. What fraction of the group project did Ted complete on Monday? Okay? Together they completed 7/10. Pete completed 3/10 of the project. My question is, what fraction of the group project did Ted complete on Monday? Okay, well, let's see. Well, they completed 7/10, so let's shade in 7/10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then we know Pete did 3/10 of it. So 1, 2, 3. So this is what Pete did. If Pete did this part, then what does that mean? Then, oops. Then that means who did this? If Pete did this, who did this? Ted. Where did Ted complete? Well, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my numerator is 4. Out of my denominator is what? 10. And we can easily check this because 7/10 minus 3/10. Remember, my denominator stays the same. 7 minus 3 is 4. My answer choice is F. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. The number of each kind of flower in a vase is shown. Which expression can be used to find the fraction of flowers in the vase that are daisies and tulips? Well, first off, let's count the daisies, roses, and tulips. Let's count how many flowers there are in total. Okay. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We got 15 flowers in total. How many daisies are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many tulips? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Which expression can be used to find the fraction of flowers in the vase that are daisies and tulips? Well, the fraction of daisies are 4 out of my total, which is 15, and my tulips are 5 out of my 15. Okay. Which one looks like this? Larry has written 6/10 of his book report. Which decimal represents the part of the book reports that he has written? Okay. Remember, whenever we're dealing with fractions to decimals or decimals to fractions, my place value matters. Okay. So let's see. This is a whole number. Okay. And this side is my decimals. This is my tenths. This is my hundredths. Okay. This place value of the 1 is in the ones place value. Okay. So he did 6/10. Remember, my denominator tells me the place value, and this is the number or the digit. Okay. If the place value is 10, is in my tenths place value, then my digit belongs in that same place value, in the tenths place value. Okay. So therefore my answer is C. Remember, my denominator tells me the place value, and this is my digit. Okay, if I had 3 of 6/10, this whole number will be in the ones place value, and this will still be in the place value of tenths, and this is my digit. So therefore my number will look like this: 3 and 6/10. Okay, this one is just the expanded notation. Okay, Rita brought 3 and 48/100 pounds of bananas at the store. How is this number written in expanded notation? Okay, so I want to first write this out in number form, so that way I know what it looks like. 3 and, okay, that's my decimal, 48/100. 48/100. Okay, the 3 is in the ones place value, 4 is in the tenths, and 8 is in the hundredths place value. Okay, to write this in expanded notation, I'm going to multiply it by its place value. 3 times the place value of the ones, my 4 times my place value of the tenths, and then my 8 times the place value of the hundredths, which is that. The 1 is in the hundredths place value. Okay? Which one is that one? Figure it out. Okay? This model is shown to represent 1. Zach drew a model that is shaded to make its representation. Okay? To represent 53 hundredths. 53 hundredths. Which model could Zach have drawn? Okay? 53 hundredths. This represents 1. So if this represents 1, how many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means this is 5 and 1, 2, 3. 3/10, because 1 rod is a tenth. Okay, remember this is 1, this is tenths, and the little cube equals hundredths. Okay, how many rods are filled here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is in the 8/10. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 how many? 1, 2, 3. 5 and 3 hundredths. Okay. Are any of these answer choice 53 hundredths? No. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 5 in the tens place. And how many? 1, 2, 3. 3. My answer choice is D. Okay. With this one, you're going to be counting how many sandwiches do I have in total, which is 2. 2 sandwiches is going to be my denominator. Okay. What is the value of the digit 4, which is right here? Okay. Remember your place value. This is ones, tens, 100. Oops. 100, and what is this? Okay, what is the value of this digit? Jan, okay, with this one, I'm not gonna, okay, well, let's read it together. Jan bought 1 hat and 2 skirts. The hat cost $28.53, and the skirts cost $15.88 each. Okay, that was very important, the each. And the hat. What is the total cost in dollars and cents of the item Jan bought? Okay. Whenever we're dealing with the gradable, okay, place value matters. This is extremely important. If I have $500 and if my answer is 544 and I put it in here like this is not 544. This is $5.44. What would you want more? $500 or $5? Place value matters. Please pay attention to that. Okay, so let's solve this one really quick. So let's do my skirts first. The skirts each cost $15.80. I have two of them. So I can either multiply by 2 or add them 2 times. I am going to multiply by 2. 8 times 2 is 16. 2 times 8 again is 16, plus 1 is 17. Don't forget my decimal. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1, 3. Okay. Now I'm going to add my hat, which is 28 and 53. 6 times 3 is 9. 7 plus 5 is 12. Don't forget my decimal. 8 plus 1 is 9, plus 1 is 10. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 1 is 6. Okay? So it's 60 and 29. Don't forget the bubble. Please be careful. These numbers have to go correctly into the place value. If you do not put them correctly, they're going to be counted wrong. Okay? Same thing with this one. Please make sure you're being careful with this and making sure you know what you're doing, okay? I'm going to end the video here because you should be able to do it by yourself now, okay? Remember, if you have any questions, come and talk to me. I'll try to help you out as much as I can so that way you can understand how to think for yourself and how to use these strategies for yourself, okay? You got this. I believe in you. I hope you have a great day. Bye.